Good morning, students. So, in today's class, we'll be performing the practicals related to the amplitude modulation. So, to carry out the modulation, the three foremost things are required. First is your audio oscillator. As you see the block here, clearly mentioned here, audio oscillator. The output of this audio oscillator is an audio signal, that is your sinusoidal signal, okay, which will be looking like as it is on the CRO. So it is controlled signal whose amplitude and frequency can be controlled by varying these two knobs. So these resultant output can be seen here in the CRO. As I am changing the frequency, its amplitude is getting increased or decreased, and so is the frequency is getting decreased or increased. Okay. Next foremost part to carry the modulation is your carrier signal. So here we have got a carrier signal which you will see on the other channel. So this is your carrier signal. So this is your carrier signal. So I have changed what? The time division knob. It means it is a high frequency signal. Okay. When you see your baseband signal, it is a low frequency signal, and when you see your carrier signal, it is a high frequency signal. This can be analyzed by using the time division knob. As the time division increases, so is the frequency. 1 by T gives you the value of F. So these two are the foremost parts. One is your audio oscillator, one is your carrier generator. They both just get combined in the balanced modulator block, which will give you the amplitude modulated signal. So you can measure it at the test pin here, and how it will be looking like? It will be something like this. Okay, so you see this is amplitude modulated signal. The amplitude of the carrier is modulated in accordance with the amplitude of your baseband signal. Okay. Got me? Thank you.